Morgan Geekie wins the draw. Clifton to Thompson, and he scores. Tage Thompson has a fearsome one-timer.
And welcome to Bruins Overtime Live, presented by BuyAToyota.com. Sophia, Billy, and Razor here with you. The Bruins were looking to extend a 3-game winning streak against the worst team, points percentage-wise, in the Atlantic Division. But the Buffalo Sabres come out on top, 3-1 the final. And really, guys, the entire game, they just had more energy and were running the show on the Boston Bruins.
Razor, before the game, when we were going over the Bruins' recent good stretch, previous tough stretch, you said, and there might be some other tough stretches coming up. Hopefully we're not entering a stretch here. That was a tough game for times. They got better, but they were by no means the better team in that game. They didn't get unlucky in this game. They got outworked, outplayed, and out-effort overall by the Buffalo Sabres.
No question. They essentially were outshot 2-1. I know 6 on 5. They got 8 shots at the end of the game, but they're basically meaningless now. They didn't have the jump. Buffalo came out little short-handed, little undermanned,
but their antenna was up.
Scared.
You could tell, yeah.
They played scared, and the Bruins didn't, and that's why they weren't able to get going. A little lethargic after being at home for a few days, and they weren't able to get their game like they were able to the other day in Columbus.
The big story, though, we don't know. But the big story is what's up with Charlie McAvoy.
Yeah.
How is Charlie after going out, after taking a hit up high, beginning of the third period? That, to me, is the big story. I mean, yes, the Bruins didn't play well in this game, but obviously we're going to wait there what Coach Jim Montgomery has to say.
Yeah, and we're going to show you guys what we're talking about in a second, in just moments. But we'll start with the goals that the Sabres had. You can be 2 goals down and come back in games. We've seen it before, but this one by Victor Olofsson really kind of just took the wind out of the sails and changed the momentum.
Well, especially because the Bruins had an unbelievable shift going. They had an amazing opportunity out in front right here. Van Riemsdyk to Geekie, just gets poked off of his stick. And you feel like, okay, 2-1, they're going to tie it up 2-2. And Olofsson, who has one of the best shots in the National Hockey League, shoots it as well as most guys in the league, can absolutely hammer it, rips one low block. But this is the opportunities in front. Great point shot, great battle out in front. Van Riemsdyk through his legs, hits Geekie, but unfortunately, Power makes a great stick, and Olofsson goes down and scores. Yeah, Power ended up being a pretty good game. So did Samuelson, 2 young defensemen. You don't see Victor Olofsson score much even strength, Razor. No, he's a power play. He's a power play guy. He's got a couple now at even strength there, but that was a great shot. That Bruins shift was fantastic.
Yes,
but before that, I can't remember who the Sabre was. Also had it. There was another 2-on-1 before that too. Bruins.
Skinner
again,
and Thompson. I wrote it down.
There, thank you very much. You're right. They gave up a little bit there. Yes, they got that shift going, but they were so tired. They were so focused on scoring that goal. When it went back the other way, that was a big time 2-on-1 from half ice down.
Well, the Bruins did have, Razor, as you said, in that, before that goal, they had a chance, but they had several chances. Some of the shots missed the net, but we compiled them for you to show you their chances in the third period. Yeah, this was, I mean, look, the Bruins all game long had a couple of great chances that didn't get through to the net. A couple are gonna, but I also thought I'm gonna give Buffalo a little credit here. This is the best I've seen them play overall this year. I've watched a handful of their games, I'm not sure why, but at times I'll stop on them for 15 minutes or so. But yeah, I mean, because they haven't been a good team overall. Yeah. They were absolutely paying attention to detail. I thought their stick work in this game were real good, whether it was blocks like that, whether it was pushing the Bruins to an area that was less ideal, so to speak. Levi made the saves that he had. By the way, he was good, if not very good, but he didn't steal the game for them. No, far from it, again, because of how well they played in front of him. You see, there was no lanes, there was no opportunities for the Bruins to get out on the rush. All of the Sabres were connected. They were underneath the puck and played really well defensively, something like you just said they haven't done all season long, which is why they have struggled, which is why they're giving up 3-4 goals every single game. But tonight they were really compact and did not allow the Bruins to get any offense going. Right, and then sometimes when a team is compact, there's just an you know what I mean, like near miss type thing. But when a team has done stuff like pushed you into areas of discomfort, that's when you hold on to the puck for a half second more instead of just releasing it right away. You try and make the extra move or just look for an extra pass. But, you know, the Bruins, we said during the first intermission, I asked you about, is this a case of too much rest? You know, look, there's no excuse, right? But
maybe it was. Maybe it was the opponent. Maybe they didn't come out and respect them enough. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. It could be all of those things. It could be just not being up for it. But it's that time of the year, and you talk about the holidays, you talk about family, you have all these things going on. And at times you cannot stay focused on hockey. That's what it looked like to me. They just weren't able to really get dialed into this game.
Till late second.
We got sickness in the room. We've got guys out of the line. Like, there's stuff going on, and unfortunately the Bruins weren't able to dial in. And again, give the other team's getting paid in this league.
Yeah,
the other team's always getting paid in this league. Okay, it's really hard to win all the time. So you do have to give the Sabres credit for coming in here and putting a pretty good game plan together.
I'm sure they'd been hearing it too. Losers of 4 straight.
Absolutely.
They've been getting their butt handed to them.
They've been trailing a lot in them as well.
Big time, 2-0 regularly. Yeah,
yes.
This was obviously a huge game for them. We were hoping that it would be a continuation for the Bruins' 3-game win streak that they had done really some really good things on, especially in the last couple of games. But for not.
It's San Jose beat Detroit in Detroit tonight, right? Like San Jose, we saw a week ago, couldn't score a goal if their life depended on against this Bruins team.
Yeah.
They score 6. Like, it happens in this league, especially around this time of year.
San Jose's hot since they left here.
Exactly.
They're hot.
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard to win.
That is always my argument when I talk with friends why the NHL is the best league. So much parity. And this is why we like to watch so much parity year to year, game to game. Okay, well, the Sabres did come out on top, like we mentioned. Very talented NHL players on that team. J.J. Peterka and Tage Thompson scoring here.
Peterka off the face-off here, gets a clean face-off win. Sabres did a real good job on face-offs early. Jack and Brick talked about that. They were giving some numbers. Jack was upstairs about that. And the way that the Peterka shot went in, it was clean. We thought perhaps it was tipped, but still hasn't been changed.
No, it's still Peterka. This one hurts even more because you win the face-off and you have possession and you can't get out of the zone and it ends up in your net just a few seconds later. Former Bruin Connor Clifton down the wall, and Tage Thompson doesn't miss too many of those from there.
Clifton had been scratched previous game. He gets back into the lineup, so I'm sure this one felt pretty good because he signed a nice 3-year, almost $10 million contract there, but it hadn't been going great for him. It's a tough game to pick a star of in this one, we felt.
Yes, we did, but we did end up picking J.J. Peterka, and these are his numbers against the Bruins. 6 shots on net, which ties a season high for him, and of course, he had that goal. So at the start of the show, you said, Billy, this could be the main story. We're hoping Charlie McAvoy's okay, but he took a hit. He looked woozy getting up. He was on the bench for a bit, went to the room. And that's what we know.
I'm just hoping that it was precautionary. You're going to have the spotter called down. Everybody, we're going to make sure you're all right. It's already in the 3rd period. Here he's going to have his head is down just a bit, and he gets the elbow from Peterka up high. Charlie was down, took a breath to get up. Razor went to the bench, as Soph said, sat there for a little bit, and then they escorted him down the runway.
Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he had to sit out this game and he feels okay later tonight, tomorrow morning, whatever it is. But I'm sure we're not getting a full update for a day or two on that one.
I was going to say, probably not post-game. But we'll see, because we are going to hear from the players and coaches in a bit. But you guys have some stuff to break down and talk about on the next Morning Brew, which I'm assuming you're doing tonight?
You're assuming correct.
Okay, so tonight, ready for your listening pleasure at NESN.com/podcast or wherever you get your podcast. My producer's saying, don't get to see the beautiful jacket you're wearing on Morning Brew, though. You can't see it. Well, do you guys sometimes do a video stream?
Well, we do a video.
Oh, okay.
We
do. Are you gonna wear the jacket?
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't know.
Goodbye jacket.
Yeah, maybe one second if you want me to leave it. 1 second.
Presented by Berkshire Bank Home Lending. All right, as I said, we've got lots more to break down. We'll hear from the players and head coach Jim Montgomery, who goes one-on-one with Andy Brookley next. Bruins Overtime Live on NESN is presented by buyatoyota.com. For offers not seen on TV, visit buyatoyota.com.